unpack. We unpack. We unpack. Coming to you live, Boxingego unpack. Yeah. We unpack. We unpack. We unpack. Coming to you live. Bad news, Canelo Alvarez. Payday. You want payday? I know that. His former promoter, Oscar De La Hoya, says he's regressed as a fighter, and he's regressed with his opponent selection. Dun, dun, dun. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I am back with some more boxing. Now, Fight Hub did an interview with Oscar De La Hoya, and you could check out their video. Oscar had a lot to say. You guys heard a portion of it, a quick snippet, where De La Hoya is basically saying that Canelo has regressed as a fighter, and he's regressed in terms of his opponent selection. People want to see fights where there's some level of intrigue and mystery, where you feel the other guy has a chance to win, and you can't really achieve that with John Ryder. I'm just paraphrasing. And he says he keeps fighting British opponents. He doesn't know who's doing it is, but it doesn't really benefit Canelo's legacy to be doing that. Wow. What can I say? The great Ego Stradamus strikes again. I mean, at this point, you guys should expect it. This is everything I've been saying. I'm always on the front line. I don't wait for nobody. I don't wait for something to become popular for me to say it. I don't wait for people to react a certain way for me to say it. I've been saying the same thing about Canelo. And now you have Oscar De La Hoya, Olympic gold medalist, former promoter of Canelo and legend of the sport, and he's saying verbatim everything that I've said in this fight. All these British fighters that he's fighting, European, Eastern European, it gets old. Now, the reason why you can fault De La Hoya, he's not perfect. He definitely has troubles outside of the ring, but the reason why his statement is so pertinent, not only because it's the truth, but one, he has firsthand experience promoting Canelo. And in fact, he's promoted Canelo longer than Eddie Hearn has promoted Canelo, right? So he has a relationship that was, is fractured now, but at a point in time, it was there. Might I add that Canelo Alvarez and Golden Boy, the pairing actually made a bit more sense. Golden Boy, they seem to have a dense focus on Hispanic and Latino fighters and fights and, that aura. So Canelo fit into place. Like, Canelo also is bilingual, speaks English, speaks Spanish. De La Hoya, too, is bilingual, speaks English, speaks Spanish, versus Eddie Hearn, some British dude who definitely doesn't speak Spanish. And there's somewhat of a language barrier. Even if you listen to Canelo interviews, sometimes he gets tripped up with his English. It's definitely improved, but he's not as comfortable as he is with his native language and his first language, which is Spanish, which makes sense. So that being said, the pairing with Golden Boy, I don't know about the particulars. Canelo obviously wasn't happy, so he sued and got out of his contract. I'm not really referring to that. I'm just talking about the outward appearance from the fight fans and like the fights you were putting on. Like, Golden Boy put on Canelo Triple G 1 and 2, and where I stand, that is better. Both Canelo Triple G 1 and 2, those fights are better than any fight that he's done with Eddie Hearn by a long shot. Because, I mean, look at it. Canelo Golovkin, hey, no, guys, hey, Max is big drama, guys, this punch is nothing, right? You look at it, and you tell me what was better, Canelo Triple G 1 and 2 or Canelo Triple G 3. So the one Eddie Hearn did was the third, which was the worst of the bunch by a long shot. It was horrible. I did not enjoy it. Canelo faded late in the fight. He was coming off a fight with Bivol where he lost, right? And he should have avenged the Bivol loss. Golovkin was 41 years old, did very little for the first half of the fight, then came alive in the last couple rounds, 8, 9, and 10 or whatever. It just wasn't an agreeable fight. It wasn't a fight that we needed to see. So Oscar De La Hoya, he's making a lot of sense with what he's saying. At the end of the day, it looks bad for Canelo Alvarez, and the jig is up. People want to hold on to this and, still say he's the face of boxing. And at this point, it's laughable because no doubt Canelo, he has fans. I mean, you're not going to lose all your fans overnight. But at the same time, all this fake fanfare that's in the comment section, all in the video, and acting like they love and praise, where are you guys when Canelo's fledgling numbers continue to dwindle and fail? So that shows me right then and there that you don't pay like you weigh. There's a lot of, and I've noticed that in boxing in general. There's these fake brigades of people, and there's like a baby militia, and what they'll do is they'll advocate for a certain fighter and act like they rep the fighter. But I could show by the lacking interest and the sales and the numbers that those people are imaginary players. Like Jay-Z said, imaginary players. Them ain't Rolex diamonds. What you done to that? Right? That down south Master P bada-ish. So the imaginary players, that's what we're going to call them. The imaginary players, they say Canelo, King Canelo, and God Nelo, and this and that, but they're not supporting his fights to the point where it's making sense. And let's play a game. If what I'm saying don't make sense, let's play a game. Would you be willing to make a statement where if you lie, you get struck down with lightning? Right where you stand, and answer this question, because this is what happens. And I'm not here for the games. That's why we're getting straight to the money. Boxingego, the creme de la creme, the king of all things, the dawn of boxing talk, El Capitan. When I say these things, the Chupapi Muñeños and the Canelo fans, they act like, oh, you're hating and this doesn't make sense. So I have a question. And if you lie to yourself, then you get struck down, right? Does Canelo have the best fight in all of boxing that's on the books for 2023? So if he's King Nelo and God Nelo and the face of boxing, he announced that he's fighting John Ryder. So if Boxingego, and Oscar don't know what we're talking about with the statements that we're saying, we're just hating. Tell me Canelo has the best fight that we know about that's on the books. And if you said, yes, he has the best fight, I don't care that he's doing it in Mexico. It doesn't make it a better fight. That just gives his hometown crowd an opportunity to see him. It definitely doesn't make the fight a fight where you think John Ryder will win. I mean, tell me Canelo Alvarez has the best fight in all of boxing. So David Benavidez, Caleb Plant next week. Is this a better fight with John Ryder? So Canelo's battling for undisputed titles. Just to put this in perspective, undisputed titles at 168 versus John Ryder, who really lost a couple fights ago to Danny Jacobs, right? And his last fight, he beat Zach Parker. That's some British guy that only British fans were excited about. Nobody in America was saying Zach Parker was the best, and he had a broken hand or some freak accident in his fight. So yeah, it's not the best of fights. But nonetheless, look at the excitement for another fight at the same division with David Benavidez and Caleb Plant. They've done a phenomenal job selling the fight, building the fight. Showtime has done an awesome job promoting the fight and giving you some shoulder programming and, BTS and different footage to look at to get you that anticipation for the fight. You can't tell me that put it this way. I said in all of boxing, we know that he don't have the best fight in all of boxing because you got Benavidez and Plant. You got Inoue and Stephen Fulton. You got fights that are coming up that everybody wants to see, Gervonta Davis and Ryan Garcia. But I'll take it down a step because I know y'all can't beat me. He don't even have the best fight in his division, which is 168, because Caleb Plant, David Benavidez, They have gained my attention since the announcement of the fight, and I have not lost interest. So how is he the face of boxing and you don't even have the best fight in your division? You don't even have the most anticipated fight in your division. When Floyd Mayweather was the face of boxing, he really wore that crown, and there was nobody, including Manny Pacquiao. I want to stop to including Pacquiao, who is a big effing star and a phenom, you know. Nobody in the sport of boxing had a bigger event the years that Floyd fought as an active fighter to get to the 50-0 after beating De La Hoya and becoming Money Mayweather and all that, right? There was nobody that was competing from Canelo to Pacquiao. There was no one that was putting on bigger events. Like, so the year Floyd Mayweather fought Canelo, there was no bigger fight in 2013 than that particular fight. The year Floyd fought Manny Pacquiao in 2015, there was no bigger financial blockbuster fight that did better than that particular fight. So truth is the truth, baby. And Canelo, I mean, his fans or the lingerers, they can try to make it like he's the face of boxing, but you don't even have the best fight in your own division where you're undisputed. You damn sure don't have a better fight than Gervonta Davis and Ryan Garcia. And I think everything shows that. I mean, literally, we're to the point with Canelo making these bogus calls to fight whoever he wants and try to get paid. It's like, I'm really questioning him as a fighter if he's even hungry anymore. You know, does he want to be a full-time golfer? Did he lose that spirit? Is it hard to run them miles in silk pajamas? It's really making me question, is he basically like on a retirement and just cashing out and just, you know, getting as much money? And DAZN's foolish to even accept these, to pay him whatever they're paying him for these types of fights that really aren't blockbuster and sellable fight. That's like paying Will Smith $20-30 million a flick. The reason he was getting that, and the reason Tom Cruise was getting that in the 90s and, you know, maybe even today, why they're getting so much money is because when Tom Cruise does a Mission Impossible, it sells. When they do Bad Boys 3 and 4, it makes sense. Canelo's business don't make sense. So you could call them the Chupapi Muñeños, the Cinnabons. They could call him the face of boxing, but that don't make the numbers jive, and it doesn't make the numbers add up. You know, and it's to the point where Canelo had a 2-city press tour for the John Ryder fight. No one's even talking about it. So I agree with Oscar De La Hoya. Everything he said is what I've been telling you, and it's a checkmate. And I'm out. Introducing Super Thanks. Right here on the official Boxingego YouTube. Super Thanks allows you, the viewers, to show a little bit of extra gratitude, which enables me as a full-time content creator to push out the content you need in the world of boxing. Underneath all the videos, you will see a heart with the $sign in it. You can enter any amount that you find suitable as a super thanks. A brand new interactive and colorful way to get your comments highlighted and noticed by not only myself, but other people on the YouTube platform. Super thanks, a unique and cool way to show and applaud us full-time content creators. Hopefully you guys enjoy the content. Super thanks. The future is now. The Hibernation 5s by Kenichi Bear. Hybrid gaming and lifestyle headphones. Out of the box, you can connect to any console or PC. Bluetooth ready with a low latency USB adapter, color RGB, and extreme bass mode. The Hibernation 5s adjust to you. Whether you need a gaming, travel, gym, or lifestyle headphones, the Hibernations got you covered. The new Hibernation 5s, link in the description. Customize the way you hear the world. Welcome to the nation. Are you tired of your YouTube videos not getting any views? Well, consider TubeBuddy. I've used TubeBuddy for years to scale up my YouTube channel. Now we're sitting over 200,000 subscribers. TubeBuddy is a browser extension that offers a ton of built-in productivity and time-saving services to take your channel to the next level. Use my link in the description to get started with TubeBuddy and level up your channel faster. We working.